have reached menopause because that means you have lived long enough to attain menopause. Many people die before they have menopause. And I remember one patient asking me, telling me, Dr. Zoe, I don't ever want to have menopause. I said, do you want to die young? If we die young, we will not have menopause. But if we live long, maybe more than 40 years to 50, 60, we'll definitely have menopause. So what is menopause? It's a cessation of menses or period for a year. And this usually occurs when a woman is between 45 and 55 years, and the average is about 51 years old. The oldest woman that I found to have menopause, natural menopause, was 60 years old, but that is very unusual. It occurs because our hormones begin to decline that are made by the ovaries, and the ovaries stop releasing eggs, and when there is no more eggs that are in the ovary, we don't have any more period. So this is a natural release, natural menopause. Sometimes surgically we have to remove the ovaries because of some diseases with the ovaries, like endometriosis or ovarian cancer. And sometimes we also remove it with fibroids. When the fibroids and there's so much addition and no viable ovaries can be left behind, we also remove the ovaries at the hysterectomy. And another way of thing that can destroy our ovaries is chemotherapy and radiotherapy, which we need for cancer treatment. And there is one called primary ovarian insufficiency. This happens before a person is 40 years old. I remember during my training days, I saw a 17-year-old girl, 17-year-old girl who didn't have period for more than 6 months. And I was wondering, well, she,
Sorry,
can whoever is mute themselves?
no, yeah, please. Thank you.
So this year, the 17-year-old girl had no period for about 6 months. And I thought maybe she has a high prolactin or some other problems that may cause secondary amenorrhea. And I did a hormone test. And to my surprise, our follicle stimulating hormone, which makes the ovaries to ovulate, was very, very high, like menopausal age. And then also the estrogen and progesterone was very low, like she was menopause. I couldn't believe that. And her thyroid hormone levels were normal. So I did the test again to make sure there was no mistake or some mixed up with some blood sample, but I got the same blood result. She was only 17 years old. So can I just leave her like that without treatment? Of course not. So I had to give her hormone replacement therapy. And unfortunately, she will have to take it for many, many years. Okay, and we have the next one. And so when we begin to have menopause, we call perimenopause. Usually that starts, we start to have irregular periods, may have night sweats, hot flushes, and insomnia, sometimes joint pains, muscle pains, mood changes, headaches, migraine, vaginal dryness, decreased libido, weight gain, bloating, and difficulty coping with life. This same symptom can be seen at menopause and postmenopausal area time. The lucky ones do not have any symptoms at all. They didn't even realize they have menopause. And only when they look back, oh, I don't have a period for more than 1 year. And sometimes these are not very severe. It comes on and off, but it doesn't bother them. On the other hand, there are some who are really make their life miserable because of all these symptoms. So let us see what we can do about all these things.
Any health changes with this perimenopause, Dr. Zoe?
Yes, when you have menopause and perimenopause, there is no more ovaries, eggs released from the ovaries, so there is infertility. And all these hormones that sex hormones also have something to do with blood pressure. So there is increase in high blood pressure, and there are changes in the cholesterol and other fats, and they can be very irritable. And life and social changes, the risk of diabetes, depression, and osteoporosis are greatly increased with this change of menopausal changes.
What can they do to make themselves, comfortable from the
Feel
hot
better, huh?
flashes?
Okay. For the hot flashes, you can try to keep yourself cool, stay in an aircon room or fan, have water space, cool drinks. I find that having a cold shower at night before going to sleep helps a lot with night sweats and insomnia. And to reduce the hot flushes, physical activity is very, very important, like exercise. And one thing is stop smoking. Smoking increases the chances of having hot flushes, and alcohol increases the chances of having breast cancer, and caffeine also increases the hot flushes. And if you reduce weight, your hot flushes will be reduced because the fat cells that we have also make some hormones that can cause hot flushes. So there are natural treatments, including lifestyle changes, non-hormonal medications, and hormonal replacement therapy. It is found that people who eat the least animal products and least processed foods, junk foods, and eat a lot of variety of whole plant foods have the least menopausal symptoms. So if you want to have the least one, you just do this and it helps a lot.
What about the general management
Okay.
to help the ladies in menopause?
We need to have healthy lifestyle. I think everybody know what healthy lifestyle is. We take care of our nutrition, our air, our water, temperance, and our rest as well. And exercise is very important. With exercise, the aches and pains go away and the hot flushes go away. And also it decreases the chances of having osteoporosis, heart problems, and increased cholesterol. And if you exercise and walk in the sunlight, you can do many things. Exercise, of course, do the overall health, including mental alertness and decrease Alzheimer, as well as the chances of having dementia. So exercises are very important. And if you exercise in the sunlight, and when the sunlight hits your skin, it
Vitamin D.
converts the cholesterol in your skin to vitamin D. So you can have vitamin D by exercising in the sun and decrease your cholesterol at the same time. And make sure that you don't have late nights. And eating healthy is very, very important. So that is a general management.
How about the nutrition to help
Okay.
those ladies in menopause?
All right. Many of us cannot accept that we have menopause and we kept worrying about it. Why do I have menopause at this stage? In any life, in anything, if we can accept our state, one big thing is conquered. So everything is new and different when we reach menopause. So we are embarking on a new journey. So what are the things that you see in their changes? The metabolism is slowed down. So we gain weight. And our blood sugar fluctuates much more than before. So we have cravings, especially for sugar. And it is hard to produce energy like we used to do before, and thus we become very fatigued and tired. And there are digestive issues causing bloating of the and bloating of the stomach with gases. This is due to decrease in hydrochloric acid in our stomach. So that can cause a lot of problems. What you can do is you can drink apple cider vinegar just before your food to increase the acidity of your stomach, to increase your digestion better. And if you also take fermented food, it will also help your microbiome inside the gap so that it will help you better. And we also have inflammations in the joints, headaches, and joint pains. And we also lose muscle strength and tone. So all these things can be improved by exercise. So exercise is very, very important. This exercise can be anything that you like walking or stretching, yoga, or whatever things that you enjoy. But try to do an exercise that you need not depend upon your friends. Because if you depend on exercise that you can only do with your friends, and very difficult to have a time together with your friends, and you say, oh, my friend is not ready today, so I don't do exercise. And the other day, you're ready, your friend is not ready, or your friend is ready, you're not ready. So try to do exercise that you can do by yourself. Of course, you can do exercise, can find exercise that you can do together by means do it all, but don't depend on that. Okay, so it's very, very important to have exercise. And even if you cannot walk, even if you're bedridden, if you can just move your legs or your arms, you can do exercise. And if you are
Great.
your friends, the physiotherapist can do exercise for you.
So what would you suggest the lady that need to do, to have a comfortable menopausal journey?
Okay. We need to improve our eating habits because what we eat helps us to balance our hormones and treat many of the menopausal symptoms and increase our metabolism. So the secret is eating the right food, eating at the right time, eating the right person. Sometimes we don't eat at the right time, even if we eat the right food. And sometimes we eat too little or we eat too much. Let's see what the things we can eat. There
So
are
can you share with us? Yeah, the top
okay.
10 food.
Okay, these top 10 foods are very important. The reason is why we have to eat this high fiber food. This helps to normalize the fluctuations of our hormone and eliminate toxins. Some of the things are vegetables with all kinds of vegetables and many different kinds of fruits you can see on the screen. And there are other things that are called adaptogens, which help with our phytoestrogens. This reduce inflammation and support our immune system. Many of these ones are very easy to get. Sunflower seed, pumpkin seed, hemp seed are very common, and polybasil, maca, and Korean ginseng may be a little bit difficult to get, but you can always eat the other things. And we need to improve our digestion. What can we do for that to produce good bacteria? You can use fermented food like kefir, natto, kimchi, and all the fermented foods, berries, seeds. And then we need to take slow release carbohydrates. When you eat high fiber food and slow release starch and resistant starch, they are released very slowly. So our blood sugar doesn't go so high up. And then we don't feel hungry so soon and don't eat the wrong thing at the same time. And we need to have easily digestible protein. This protein may be difficult to break down as we go into menopause. So the proteins that are easy to digest are nuts and seeds, beans, peas, oats, and then of the animal food, you can take many Venetian chicken, fish, and eggs. But when you take fish, make sure that you get wild caught fish if at all possible. Even if not that, don't get any farm fish because they give them a lot of things that are not good for our health. Some are antibiotics and some are food that they manufacture for the fish, which are not healthy for us. So these are the foods that you need to get. Okay. And there are other foods called anti-inflammatory foods. Estrogen is an anti-inflammatory hormone. So in order to increase this menopause during, we need to cut down store-bought foods that have chemicals and added sugar. So if you cut down junk food, it will be very helpful. And we need to take high quality foods for our brains because we need to be satisfied. And also the brain need cholesterol and other fats, good fats that make good cholesterol for our brains to help us decrease Alzheimer as well as dementia. So some of the foods are seafood, beans, olives, extra virgin olive oil, hemp seeds, and things like that. And then there are dark leafy cruciferous vegetables. These break down and eliminate toxins and estrogen metabolites. And there are seeds that help because seeds are very useful because they have the food that is needed for the new plant to grow. So these seeds also helps with our phytoestrogens, and they are vital for hormone balance and progesterone balance with estrogen. And nuts are very helpful for satisfying our hunger, suppress our appetite, and try to eat the craving for junk food. So let us eat all these kinds of foods that will help us with our health and also decrease our inflammation and decrease the chances of having many of the diseases that are common due to menopause.
Does HRT help hormone replacement therapy for postmenopause?
Oh, yes.
Does it?
Yes, it helps, but it doesn't mean that you have to take it. If you don't have any symptoms at all or the symptoms don't bother you, do not take them. But if the symptoms are making your life so miserable, you better take them. Hormone replacements are usually used depending upon whether the uterus is still there. If a person still have uterus, we use estrogen and progesterone because if you use estrogen alone, it makes the lining of the uterus very thick and it can cause cancer of the uterus. So we always add progesterone with estrogen if a person has the uterus still present. If there is no more uterus, you can use only estrogen. Another one that we use is called bioidentical hormone therapy. This is the most effective and safest of all the hormone therapy. In this one, we check the person's blood and find out exactly which hormones are missing or decreased. And these hormones are made according to the person's need. Like you order a la carte when you go to your restaurant. So this is the best one. I have a patient who had the normal, usual hormone replacement therapy, and she just still had lots of problems. So I said, okay, let's switch on to bioidentical hormone therapy. She said, sure. And so we did that. And she has been on that hormone for more than 10 years, and she is very happy. No problems with her thyroid or osteoporosis or anything, and no problem with breast cancer or heart problem. And also with other hormone, let, let me just this thing. hormone replacement therapy also can be given orally or as cream. And another one that we use is estrogen cream or wild Mexican yam cream. These are quite useful too. And also there are estrogen patches which can be used. And besides that, there is non-hormonal um, therapy that is herbs like cohosh, and sometimes they use EPO, evening primrose oil, rhodiola. Some people are helped, some people are not helped with this. You can try them and see if they're helpful. You go ahead and take it. Like anything, certain things help the same different people, even if they have the same disease. So you have to try and see whether those are helpful. Okay. So can we go to the next slide?
Any alternative management, including supplements?
Oh yes, there are a lot of many supplements that we can take. Can we have the next slide so you can see the supplements? Vitamin C, vitamin D, E, and K are very, very important for our life because they are very useful for making inflammation, decrease inflammation, and for our bones as well. And they help with our overall health. And if our overall health is, we feel much better even if we have menopause problem. Another one is called for transfer factor Belvi. This also is very helpful. And then Rio Vida juice and BioEva and collagen. This collagen is probably the only collagen that have transfer factor in it. And if you look at my skin, I think it is not too bad for my age.
Yeah,
We
no
take
wrinkles.
collagen every day. Can we have the next slide so you can see a little bit more of the explanation of the thing? Okay, TF Belvi is specially made for women's health and hormone balance. You can take it pre-menopause or post-menopause. If you have any hormonal problem or period problem, you can take it at that time. It is made for overall women's health. It supports our antioxidants and female hormone, and it helps with detoxification and immune support. You just need to take 2 capsules a day. I just want to tell you the ingredients. It have kudzu, red clover, flax, cabbage, broccoli, kale, green tea, grapeseed, calcium, and D-glucuronate and trifecta. These are a very good blend. And I wonder, Miss Chua, did you ever take this particular product?
Yeah, when I had my menopause, I used to sweat a lot, buckets. My whole place will be uh, covered with sweat down to my neck. So I tried to take Velvi, and then it seems to help my hot flushes. So at least, my makeup don't run.
Oh, that is good, huh? So
Yeah,
do you recommend it for others?
otherwise so embarrassing.
Do you
I have
recommend
to
it for
thank
others who
this
have
Velvi,
problems?
yeah.
Yeah, I recommend it. Okay, next one.
Yeah, welcome. I only have hot flushes, so maybe I'm quite lucky. I don't have, insomnia or anything else.
Oh, you're lucky. And the very lucky ones don't have anything. But you are all know the lucky ones because only one symptoms, okay? And then the other things that are very useful is called Rio Vida juice. This is also for life product. It is an antioxidant powerhouse, and it is the only transfer factor in the juice form. It offers antioxidants, immune support, antioxidant-rich superfruits like pomegranate, acai berry, blueberry, elderberry, purple grapes. You just need to take only 30 ml per day. So I've been taking this for the last few years, and I feel very good with this. So I also
Younger as
recommend it
well
for
for your age.
others. And there is another one called BioEVA. This is a very excellent source of omega-3 and omega-6 fatty acids. Omega-3 is very important, but many of the foods we eat also have omega-6, but at the wrong proportion. The ratio should be one type of omega-3 and two omega-6. But many of the products that we see are very, very high omega-6 instead of omega-3. The reason I recommend this particular one, BioEVA, probably is the only source of omega-3 that has animal source and plant source. So the source are from the fish. They are from sardine, mackerel, and anchovy or ikan bilis. And from the plant, we take it from flaxseed, bora seed, and sunflower seed. Sunflower seed, not sunflower seed. So I would like to recommend this to those who have problems with this. Can we see the next one? So collagen. Collagen is made by transfer factor as well. Each packet contains 5,000 milligrams of hydrolyzed collagen with 6 different kinds of fish. It improves the skin moisture, firmness, skin barrier, and also the appearance of the skin can be seen different in 42 days. And I've been taking this as I had said. So my skin is not dry and it is quite firm for my age. And it helps the body to synthesize collagen and it helps the skin against sun damage. And it helps with shiny hair and strong nails. Some people have very, very soft nails and it breaks very easily. So those of you who have menopause, I fully recommend to take this for overall health. Another one, I think that is enough for our supplements.
You're coming to some of the testimonies of menopause.
Okay, there was one patient who had menopausal symptoms. Most of her problems were vaginal dryness and hot flashes. And she had been taking non-hormonal things to try to prevent this thing or take it better. But those things that she took did not help and she refused to take hormone because of the side effects. So she asked me, do you have anything to recommend? So I said, oh yes, we have a product from For Life and it is called Rio Vida Juice as well as Belvi. And I want you to go and try. Just take 1 cup of Rio Vida Juice, it is 30 ml, and 2 capsules of Belvi every day and see what happens. She rang me. She lives in the United States. So she rang me after 6 weeks. She said she feels so much better and she was very, very happy about it. So even though they have symptoms for a long time, these are very helpful for many people. I cannot say everybody will be helped, but most people will be helped. So I recommend it very highly.
Thank you, Dr. Zoe. Can I get Hua Hua to share this testimony? If Hua Hua is not available, can Fion share, please?
Yeah, thank you, Michelle. Coach Hua Hua, are you there? Or maybe she's busy driving. Never mind, I'll share on behalf. This Miss Low, Geraldine, she was already that time she was at 50, it's coming to the time of like perimenopause. So that time, other than the like the all the symptoms, right? She also have other issues. So Coach Hua Hua actually guided her through a this program called the IDX Cellular Detox Program. So after she did the detox program, right, as we can see, right, not only she become healthier, but one most prominent thing is that we saw that, you know, for women, normally we don't quite like the stubborn tummy, right? The stubborn, like a spare tire around our tummy. So you can see in the pink shirt, she has her belly bulging. And then after the detox, right, she kind of like got a flattened tummy already. And then she felt more energetic at work, you know, and her period, she earlier sensed that the periods had sometimes coming and sometimes not. But after the detox, right, she find that her period continue to come back, you know, it's like find so precious, wow, it's back to normal. And until recent year again, she started to have this perimenopause symptom. And then she continued using the supplements. And of course, she's also having good lifestyle. She's she likes to exercise. Like Dr. Zoe says, she exercises a lot. She likes to go hiking, even though she's at 50 plus. And then she feel her body and her face still look very good. Yeah, at this age, she find that her face is looking good, firming. She go jogging, she go hiking, and she has been continue taking the transfer factor products, and until now, 56, only the period starts to get lesser and the color is getting darker. Yeah, so it's been like 6 years already, you know, like she started to see like it's coming in soon. Yeah, so that is the testimony of Coach Hua Hua guiding her friend, Miss Low. Okay, and then the next one I would like to share. This is my friend. My friend name is JS. So JS has been asking me like her mom is facing those like perimenopause symptoms, you know. So she asked me like, what can I get for my mom? So because her mom is at 49. So I say, why not you ask your mom to try something very simple? Just try the Belvie, 2 caps a day, right? So, you know, it's very hard for us to ask our parents, you know, especially though those our parents to say, hey, take this, take that. Because back those days, you know, they don't take all these kind of things, right? But then when we ask them to take something, and if they ask you to repeat purchase for them, right? That means it worked already. If not work, they will not ask you to repeat purchase. So my friend actually said, text me. She was so excited. She texted me. She said, you see, oh, we love the Belvie so much, you know. I said, last time I asked you about the menopause problems, right? And then my mom asked me to buy again. And then her mom told her that actually after taking the Belvie, she feel that her period you know, become more stable. It won't be like, you know, 1 month come and then another month not coming. You know, it's become more consistent. And also she didn't have so much pain here and there, you know, like what Dr. Zoe said, some of the symptoms you could have inflammation, the joint pain. So also the pains are getting lesser. And then before taking the Belvie, her mom also easily feel tired, like low energy. Like now she's feeling better already. So after that, she continued taking, you know, she didn't want to stop, right? Because we all want to feel as healthy as possible, right? We don't want to be healthy for 3 months and then for the next few months, we are not feeling our energy there already, right? So after my friend seen the mom taking, she also start taking it lah. And of course, myself also taking it, you know, because I'm nearing mid-40s. So I've been taking Belvie also just to keep my hormones stable and balanced. Because for women, right, our most golden thing is our hormone, which I do understand. So I do take Belvie time to time, quite a few years already. I've been taking it. I find that it's quite helpful for me. Yeah. So thank you, Miss Chua. That's all for my sharing.
Okay, thank you. Dr. Zoe, we still have some time. One of the lady, Miss Dina, was asking that she understands that someone who has menopause can substitute with HRT post-menopause. Is it true? And also any side effects?
With HRT?
Yeah, HRT.
Yeah, HRT
Post-menopause.
HRT can have problems. The thing that we worry the most is breast cancer and and uterine cancer. So I try my best not to give HRT. The only HRT I really recommend is what I call bioidentical hormone. With that one, because it's given just according to the patient's need. So there is usually no side effects, whereas the others are just like one size fit all, like that type of salt, free size. So when it is free size, it may not suit the person. It may be a little bit more than what that person needs or a little less than what that person needs. So it's not as good. So I try my best not to give hormone therapy, and I try to give them other things like supplements, exercise, diet changes. And also for dryness or skin, I usually ask them not to use the commercial skin lotions. The reason is there are so many ingredients in them, and many of them are toxic to our skin. And our skin is the biggest organ that we have. And whatever we put in our skin are also absorbed. So even if we don't eat, they said, oh, only external use. But they still absorb. So I prefer to have something that is natural, that you can eat for your skin. For my own self, I use virgin coconut oil. And to take the smell differently, sometimes I put different types of essential oil with it, a few drops of essential oil. And the best time to put that one is after a bath. When you had a bath, and when you dry yourself, you're not fully dry, right? Your skin is still a bit moist. So you put your virgin coconut oil, or you can use virgin olive oil. You rub your skin very well. Can you see me? You rub it very well till all the oil is absorbed and it is not oily. So you can do it even if you want to do it at night just before you go to sleep. And besides that, virgin coconut oil is antiviral. I use it throughout the COVID pandemic. I can't say it's just because of that I didn't get COVID. I didn't get injection. My nurse got it 2 times, and my department, a few of them got it several times. And there was a physiotherapist that gave me because I had broken my wrist, and she got it 3 times after having 4 injections. So I can't say that it's one that helps, but I think it helps to a certain extent. And also exercise, healthful living, eating the right food go a very long way. So I would encourage you to do. Another thing that I could recommend for overall health and increased immunity, which everybody can do, is when you shower, you try to put the hot as you can stand and run it for about 3 minutes or so. And then you rinse with cold water, as cold as you can stand, and do it 3 times. And the last time is end with cold water. That increases your immunity. And it is very simple. Everybody can do it. But sometimes we don't think about it and we say, oh, cold water, don't like cold water. But it's very useful. I think those are the things that I did to prevent COVID, as well as taking all the other supplements for life. Okay. You were
Second
asking.
question is any natural food you can recommend to ease those symptoms of perimenopause?
Yeah, I had already
When to see
talked
the
about that,
doctor?
all the things that I had talked already. Maybe you can go back to the slides later on. All the food that I had already, all those foods are why they are helpful. I have given each one of them why they are helpful, how they are helpful.
So perhaps you all can screenshot the food slides.
Beg your pardon?
No. I'm asking they can screenshot the
They
slide.
can screenshot those because it's a bit difficult to remember all. Those who want to screenshot can screenshot that. And the other one as well. There are 2 pages. Okay, maybe you can show the other slide as well. This explains the function of each food. Some food have more functions than one. So if you can remember this and eat them, I don't expect you to eat all of them every day. You eat them throughout the week. Okay, is that helpful? Okay, when should you see a doctor? If you have prolonged bleeding, more than 7 days. And if your period is very heavy with clots and flooding, some people say, oh, this is just part of menopause. I don't need to worry about it. Sometimes it can be cervix cancer or uterine cancer. I remember one patient who came saying, I've been having very long periods and clots. I went to the doctor and the doctor said, oh, don't worry, it's menopause. But when I checked her, she had cancer of the cervix. And this also can be caused by fibroid polyps, pelvic organ prolapse. And if you don't have enough iron, it can also cause. And if you have continuous bloating, maybe some other problem with your other digestive problem. And if your hot flashes starts for many, many years, if you don't have symptom and start having symptom again, and if you have very severe emotional symptoms, severe headache, joint pains, dehydration, and all these things also can be caused by lack of magnesium. So you try to take magnesium high food, which already in there as well. And then make sure you are hydrated. Many of us do not drink enough water and we forget to drink. So the only way I can remember to drink is I take a bottle of water and put it by my side and try to drink it as often as I remember. And if we do not have enough water, our joints can get swollen. And many backaches are also caused by not having enough water and joint pains. There is a book called You Are Not Sick, You Are Thirsty. This one tells a whole lot of stories about how not having enough water can have all types of diseases, including peptic ulcer. So we have time, I think, for people who want to ask questions to ask. I may not be able to answer everything. What I know, I will tell you.
Ladies can open your mic, or gentlemen, any questions you want to ask? If there's none, then I'm going to thank all of you for taking your valuable time to come and attend this very interesting talk by Dr. Zoe. And thank you for your testimonial, Dr. Zoe and Sion. Good night, everyone.